Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to the first approach on this exclusively Navy hero called Jester. So let's just do that briefly in this episode. And let's start by saying this is an offense buffing hero similar to Stroy, and I'm gonna explain you a little bit better later on in this episode. So he has an 80% attack enhancement for all the slots, and on top of this, the first two rows are getting an extra 40% attack enhancement, and both these buffs exclusively apply only on the Navy. And up this point, the similarity to Stroy actually carries on because also this hero has a silence tool, and this will be applied randomly on two slots. And up this point, actually Jester starts to look differently than Stroy because it's gonna add a 30% debilitation on minimum 2 slots or maximum 4 slots for one single turn. And what is the debilitation? It's a damage reduction. So in other words, those slots which are actually getting this 30% debilitation, only those slots will actually gonna do 30% less damage. Good. Let's start with the level 3 exclusive skill by saying, of course, it's nothing special, it's just the attack of all units will gonna be increased by 30%. And now the level 5 exclusive skill becomes even more interesting because when this hero is in the match, all vulnerable and also debilitation effects are boosted by 40%. And on top of this, this hero will gonna gain one more silence. So in other words, there's gonna be 3 random slots which can be silent. What's the vulnerable? That's also a debuff on the opponent's slot, which will allow you to do far bigger damage. Good, let's have a look at the level 7 exclusive skill. So when this hero is deployed, if all heroes' active skill hits units with abnormal status, the damage increase is gonna be by 30%. And additionally to this, the debilitation will now gonna be applied on minimum 3 slots of the opponent and maximum 5 slots. So this hero looks similar to Stroy, and let's jump into the game to explain you a little bit better. So of course I have mentioned at the beginning of the video that tomorrow, as soon as this hero is in game, I will immediately bring this hero to 5 stars and also to the level 5 exclusive skill in order to do some battle testing. And what will be the first comparison? Because yes indeed, it's an offense buffing hero similar to Stroy, but here we really have to mention that the most important factor when it comes down to either Stroy or Jester, it's what is the third hero which you are using. Because as of right now, I'm using this setup, which is Lila. Sure, you can use Duke, there's no question about it, but I'm using it with Meowzilla, and this is absolutely fantastic. There's a great synergy between Meowzilla's shields and Stroy's shields. So from this perspective, what I'm trying to tell you is, if the third hero, the support hero, is Meowzilla, what you're using right now, sure, definitely unlock Jester for later on, and also simply because you can get this hero absolutely for free with gems, but I don't see the necessity in you changing Stroy and using Jester, especially if you're using Meowzilla. But there is another possible setup which is more based on debilitation, just like you see me speaking regarding the tanks with those magnetic pulse builds, or when it comes down to the planes with the ignition builds. In a case you are using Zen or Mr. Crimson, these are the heroes which actually benefits even more from the debilitation. So in the cases in which the third hero which you are using right now on the Navy is Zen or Crimson, yeah, I do indeed expect Jester to perform slightly better in your Navy march. So anyways, beautiful people, I think this is pretty much everything as of right now. From the first evaluation, and as soon as the hero is in game, the first test I would like to make is Stroy with Lila, or you can use Duke, and Mr. Zen versus Jester with Lila or Duke and Mr. Zen. So, beautiful people, as always, don't forget to support what supports you back. And by the way, I hope you saw the massive video which I have uploaded today on the channel. So do me a favor and go watch that episode. And let's hope the next time I'm gonna order Chinese food, I will not gonna be assassinated because of that video. So beautiful people, thank you very much for watching. Support this channel and I will gonna see you in the next one. Ciao.